Yeah, Ben Whittaker adding another knockout to his highlight reel, showboating his way to a win. The 26-year-old who scooped the silver at the Tokyo 2020 Games has now 6 professional wins to his resume after securing a 5th round stoppage. Delighted to say we're joined now by Ben Whittaker as well as his promoter, Ben Shalom. Morning to you, Benz.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Hey, look, Ben, first of all, Ben Whittaker, obviously. First of all, I got a text in here straight away from Andy Mack saying, showboating. Jeff, Muhammad Ali was the greatest showman and we loved him for it. But you've divided the crowd a little bit, haven't you, with your showboating at the weekend? Were you aware of how much sort of controversy, how much interest it might create?
No, honestly, I've been doing it my whole career, so I usually get the job done, go back, eat, wake up, and it's a normal day. But I don't know what happened the other night. It blew up, and that's what sport's about splitting opinions. Everybody gets their own opinion, and that's what we like in the sport.
I know people have said you were disrespectful, and it's been said on this program as well. I'll be honest with you, Ben, but you don't feel that was the case, do you?
No, definitely not. I've been brought up well. My mum and dad have brought me up well. I know right from wrong, but this is sport. This is entertainment. I don't belittle the opponent. I don't swear about him and things like that. After the fight, I congratulate him. But when we're in there, we both got a job to do, and sadly, that's my style. It's frustrating, but I get the job done.
Get the job done, and a lot of fans on the line absolutely adored it. Ben Shalom, I suppose from your point of view, Ben's style is absolutely perfect for you. Gets plenty of headlines.
Oh, it's a dream, to be honest. He's had 6 fights. People forget. They expect a lot from him. Obviously, Olympic silver medalist, a huge amount of expectation. But 6 fights in, to be creating this much noise in the boxing world. I remember when we sat down before he debuted, and the vision was very clear to become the face of boxing, never mind British boxing. And so to be making this noise 6 fights in, I think says a lot about him. A lot about what he can bring to the sport, but no one's seen anything yet. This guy is very much at the early stages of his career. He keeps his feet on the ground, and there's a huge future ahead.
Well, he doesn't keep his feet on the ground when he's showboating, in fairness. But Ben Whittaker, will you still showboat when you take on a better level of opponent, do you think?
Of course, and that's what I'm excited to show. It's all about progression in this game and get in there and stay in there. And when I do get there and I do showboat against the so-called best at the weight category, that's what I'm excited to show.
Yeah. So, Ben Shalom, how far? It's an embryonic career, isn't it? Professional career, anyway, just 6 fights. How far could Ben Whittaker go? All the way.
I mean, he's the most talented fighter I've seen, I've worked with. I think people talk about his opponents. Khalid Gradia, in his last fight, fought Dan Aziz, who was in the main event on the weekend in a WBA final eliminator, and gave him a tough fight. Gradia's been in there with Zach Parker and Karol Atwama, who are other good light heavyweights. Ben's very early on. Yes, as I said, he's got to keep his feet on the ground, but talent-wise, there's no glass ceiling here. There's no ceiling, and we should be very excited when we've got Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury coming towards the end of their careers. Who's going to be the face of boxing? Who's going to keep boxing relevant and on the front pages and on the back pages? In my opinion, it'll be Ben Whittaker over the next 5 years. So,
Ben, obviously light heavy. Is light heavy the right weight for Ben Whittaker? Will he eventually look to step up?
I think it 100% is. When he first turned over, we were looking at maybe super middleweight. And what became clear is his frame is big, he's filled out, he's a strong lad. He's had injuries at the start of his career that have been frustrating for him, but the dedication this man has to his craft and the fact that he has such a clear vision for where he wants to get to. We know we want to get to the top of the light heavyweight division, but for us, it's not just about becoming a world champion. He has the talent to become a world champion. It's about becoming a superstar in boxing. Light heavyweight is certainly the right division. There's huge fights with Anthony Yarde and Josh Buatsi and Dan Aziz and Lyndon Arthur and Craig Richards, huge domestic names, as well as the world champions in Bibbo Beterbiev, but none have what Ben Whittaker has, whether it's talent, whether it's what he brings, whether it's a showboating. He got in the ring at 8 o'clock, I think, on Saturday night. The arena was full. the whole of the arena was sold out and ready to watch him, and that's what he brings to the sport already. And as I say, it's very early stages.
Yeah, so Ben Whittaker, when the other Ben runs through those domestic names that you might be facing in the months to come and so on, how exciting is that?
Yeah, it's an exciting time, especially to be a light heavyweight. If you spoke about the light heavyweight division back in the day, who was really there? But there's so many names you can chuck in the hat to make some great fights. But like I said, it's all about progression. It's all about making those fights happen. And I'm still early on in my career, but when I do get there, I believe I'll show why I'm the best.
Are you a patient man, Ben, or is this a race to the top for you?
Yeah, you have to be patient, and that's why I've got people like Ben backing me, my family behind me, my good team around me. They're the ones that kind of pull the handbrake sometimes, because if it was for me, I'd be there now. But like I said, this professional game, you take your time, you build yourself up, so when you do become at the top, you stay there.
Brilliant. You can't deny the entertainment, that is for sure. Ben Shalom, we have to get your thoughts on Fury Usyk, rescheduled again for May. Do you have any concerns that Tyson still won't be ready, that the cut may not have healed sufficiently in time?
No, I think the fact that they've rescheduled so quickly, it's a credit to Tyson. It's a credit to the Saudis involved as well. Clearly was a huge cut. I've seen a lot of criticism and a lot of questioning as to whether he was injured or whether he's not. I think he's put that to bed. These things do happen in boxing, particularly professional boxing. At least we get to see the fight that we've all been waiting for. And I have no doubt Tyson Fury will be in the ring on May the 18th.
Oh, well, Ben, we certainly hope you're right. Look, Ben Shalom, thanks for joining us. Ben Whittaker, thanks for entertaining us. Thanks for joining us today as well.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time.